And boom, there we go. We off and running. We
All right.
live. Well, let's see. How in the world can I tell if there's anybody in the room? I can't even see any numbers. Oh, there it is up top. Thank you.
Zero.
Uh, yeah, well, that's expected. We our first live and all, so
Right. Which is cool.
yeah, yeah. So let's see here. Give it a few minutes to see if anyone comes in. And how do I get to the chat room? Let me see. Banners, comments. There we go. How do you type in there? Or oh, let's see. There's the
Hey, whoever's joining us, welcome.
oh, we got three eyes and four eyes,
What's good?
like my wife.
AB.
Who's that? AB and she. Oh man, them
Hey,
brothers right
she.
there. Them brothers right there, are solid, straight legit, man. Straight legit.
Hey, Ma.
What's up, man? Straight up. Sir Ism up in the house. Look at the hey man. This brother right here. This brother right here. Look, we're gonna talk about this brother right here in a minute, but let me go ahead and really lean off into the people that are in the room right now. AB Media, solid brother. As you see, Bishop just came in.
Hey, Bishop.
Yep. AB Media, solid brother, man. Solid brother, always balanced. She, same thing, another married brother who rides for his woman, who's hardworking, and who ain't no stranger to being direct, which I greatly appreciate. Well, you already know who Mary Williams is. That's the gateway that I entered this world through.
Yes, yes.
Sir Ism up in here, the Master Mac, the master himself, man. The cyborg. We got Bishop up in here. My man, Bishop, man. Oh, God, I have no words. I have no words. Baby, can you think of some words for me?
Love.
Love. There we go.
And thank you, Bishop. I saw your comment. That's very sweet.
Third Ward. Let me tell you something about Third Ward that I noticed, man. These are names you're not familiar with. But look, I literally sat back in a chat room one time and watched Third Ward swoop all the ladies up, and it was cold the way he did it because it was so organic. He just was like, "Hey, what's going on?" You can honestly like feel his energy through the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, we call him Suavemente. And yes, sirism, this is black love right here, man.
Yes, indeed.
So we got Bishop. What Bishop say? I need my glasses, baby. I can't see.
Saluting everyone in the chat.
Yes, yes. Now let me see if I can mod.
We love you too, Ma.
Can I mod anyone here? Oh, that's highlighting. No, I'm doing the free app, y'all. So I guess I can't. I guess I can't mod y'all. But we're gonna upgrade this.
We're just experimenting today. Thank you for joining us as we embark.
Yes, yes. All right. So yes, indeed. Yeah, baby. Sir Ism right there, man. I gotta play you his show one. I think I have.
You got to remind me. So
Yeah.
but yes.
But y'all, what show I did play for her that we gonna discuss today? The reason why we going live.
Well, it's not even about discussing the show, but that it's the catalyst for this conversation. Can we say that?
True, yes. True. It is. This is the catalyst for this conversation. I'm sure y'all know. Platinum had a show the other day, and it was what was it called?
Boss versus
husband versus boss, or boss versus husband, something like that. And y'all heard that, man. We all know Platt. Platt is Platt, man. You gotta love him. But man, that show kind of triggered me, and I brought it home. What you got? You fam, you inspired me, Jack. Yeah. Oh man, look, hey man. Tone Malone won another look, man. These are the warriors right here, man. Look, Sir Ism. Not to stop the show, but
we're just free flowing. Let's do it.
We free flowing here. Sir Ism. I saw him on Platinum's channel of all things, and I was on a show with him, on Platinum's show with him, and the first time I seen him, I think it was Platinum's. Yeah, it was Platinum's. He was playing music and he was rocking. No, it was Kuda. DJ Kuda is when I first seen him.
Mhm.
He was rocking it, playing a lot of just bomb music. And I said something like, "Hey man, this song right here remind me of cruising down Sunset in my Brougham. You remember my old Cadillac?"
Mhm.
And we I don't know, we just clicked it because we both got that old player vibe. We know about the life, we know about all that stuff, and we just, hey man, real recognize real.
I got you.
And the brother, I saw his words, and when I got on the panel with him, the way he was communicating, I said, "Oh, this dude need a channel right here. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna spit at him. I'm gonna tell him, look, man, go get you a channel, get you a channel, get you a channel." And Bishop, he always said, "Man, you're an encouraging dude." So I put that skill to use and encouraged Sir Ism, and he took it. I'm glad that he listened, and I'm glad that he made a channel because, man, his show is so entertaining. It'll get you through when you have idle time. It'll get you through when you have some shit on your mind. You need to laugh. You need to just feel inspired about things. He speaks wisdom. Same thing with Bishop, and all the brothers that are in the chat are about this same message, man. So I gratefully thank you guys for being here right now with me and Mrs. Sosa to tune in to the show. Uh, Forgive the laziness, but my wife and I are very comfortable with ourselves, and we could have easily made a show every single day since the last one we posted because we talk like that every day.
Yeah.
So with that said, we wanted to just kind of get on this here and discuss what it seems like so many people are demonizing on YouTube, especially YouTube, marriage. And it comes from that show.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a snippet. I think we kind of probably talked more than really that I listened to the content. I think I could was only comfortable with listening to a short amount. But what I got from it, whoever saw that show, is it wasn't speaking my experience. It didn't celebrate marriage as I can celebrate or as I do celebrate it. And that's where the title came with. Like we get down with marriage and we love what we have embodied it to be. And so we just wanted to just chat with you all and invite whatever conversation that comes naturally from it. But we just wanted to vibe on that topic and really put into this space again celebration of it, a positive narrative, a positive, direct human experience of it, because we look at it as a wonderful thing and not this transactional negative thing that has all these rules around it. We've made it what we choose to make it, and we're enjoying ourselves. So we wanted to celebrate that.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to break that down as far as our unique experience within this thing called marriage that everybody seems to have their perceptions about, misconceptions about, own narratives, experiences, negative, positive. Um, I've been on both ends, both negative, and now I'm in the positive side of it. And I see that it is very much what you make it. That statement, it is what it is. No, it is what it is until it becomes what you make it. We all
Correct.
know that.
Yeah.
What serious I'm talking? Serious I'm saying you made me get a cash app. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, serious man. I said, I think I emailed him because, yeah, I said, hey man, look, you get a cash app. I'm gonna send you some bread, man. Watch, get you a cash app. And he got a cash app, and I slapped a dub on him. I was like, hey, that's how much I look. When I bet to win.
Oh, I
I'm
love that.
I'm never
The
gonna bet
offering
on a
is
losing. Yeah,
confirmation.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I knew that Sir Ism was a winner, like Bishop, like Third, like AB, like Tone Malone. All the brothers that are in here are stone winners. Sheed, yeah, hit the like button. Thank you, man. Hit the like button. It's only 5 of us, but that's all right. 5 is live.
Mighty, man. Mighty.
Yep. So let's get off into this marriage thing, baby, since we are
For sure.
in it. Um, we were discussing it earlier today about why marriage is perceived the way it is. And so, we know how we are. We analytical, and I had to go do some research, and I learned that there are actually two types of marriage. Well, just to give a what you call it, to anchor it down for people who really don't get marriage and who have only a narrow-minded type of view of it. There are two types of marriage, and let me get my trusty notes here so I can read you guys the description of these two types of marriage, and you can determine if you are a married person, what you're in, and what you feel that people may seemingly desire to be in. So let me see here what we got. I love the title. Hey, y'all like the title? We fucks with marriage. Okay, look, you guys. Here's the deal. There are two types of marriages. There's traditional, which we all know, and then there's who's that? Ronan driving while tuning in. Excuse us, y'all. I think we got our daughter knocking at the door right quick. But yes, glad you made it, Ronan. Glad you made it, Double C. What up, my man? What's going on? But I'm going to get off into these two types of marriages that the description of the two types of marriages. We got the traditional marriage and the liberal marriage, and both of these marriages are reflections of society, right? So now let's get off into the traditional marriage and what I have here. It says I got the transition from a traditional marriage to a liberal. I'm sorry, the transition from a traditional to liberal society has been accompanied by a transformation in our understanding of marriage from an institutional model to a romantic model. While romantic love is a powerful motivator to form personal relationships, it often fades when those relationships become rocky. I'm sure that we've seen that a million times. Traditional marriage is a social institution with moral obligations. It forms the core of families, promotes social stability, and endures even through fluctuating emotions. That's what it's supposed to be. But we see so many people throwing in the towel just because somebody might have left a sock on the side of the bed. No, I'm just playing. But also, traditional societies are not frozen in the past, but are characterized by accepting and building upon the wisdom of the ages that has been handed down from one generation to the next. Societies capable of standing the test of time are organized in a conformity in conformity with our common human nature. We human beings naturally live not as rugged individuals, but as members of communities, tribes, if you will. Within a true community, there exists a harmony of the good of the members and the good of the community as a whole. This is called common good, as we know. In traditional societies, ethics are primarily virtue ethics, where the virtues are the excellent characteristics of beings who share our human nature. The most important community within a virtuous society is the family, and the core of a virtuous family is the institution of marriage. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. The core in a virtuous society, the family is the core. All right? The institution of marriage is the core. Now let's talk about a liberal society, which is kind of like what we're in now. All right? Liberal societies are characterized by individualism, liberty understood as freedom from authority, and conflicts of interest between individuals. Liberal societies, I'm sorry, liberal society is artificial, not natural. Since one individual's pursuit of self interest frequently conflicts with other individuals' pursuits of their self defined interests, a social structure is necessary to adjudicate conflicts of interest, like police, like the court system, shit like that. Uh, Within a liberal society, there is no common good, only public interests. The aggregate of conflicting self interests, that's what it is. Uh, in this society, marriage becomes a small scale social contract and means whatever its individual parties define it to mean. Now, with these two explanations, these two examples of marriage, I have to look at ours and where exactly do we fall? What exactly do we do and how do we make it successful? You know, because quite frankly, brothers, I'm speaking from the second time around here. And this marriage here that I'm in is so much more smooth than the first one. And the first one was pretty much traditional, way more traditional than liberal. So how are we able to do it? And what do you think about this, baby?
Well, when we talked about this earlier, I think for me it roots from individual, and you have to know first of all what you want, first of all who you are, and what you want, and how you want to embody that and how you want to live comfortably and you're at your best and highest level.
Mm-hmm.
And both of us entering into the space of marriage or even just connecting with each other, we had some clarity about what we both wanted. And for you, as you always said, you wanted your best friend,
Yes.
that root of friendship. And I know that even though I didn't hold out for the possibility of getting married, I really also wanted the same thing. The way I characterized it was reciprocation. So I wanted somebody who adored me like I adored him. I wanted to have great communication. I wanted to have a good person with a good soul and a good heart and intention. And I got that and so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the joy of this relationship is the rooting of our friendship. You literally see the best in me and I see the best in you.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, we can be able to lovingly check each other when necessary,
Mm-hmm.
call
Mm-hmm.
each other on the carpet when necessary, and inspire each other because there's mutual respect here. I'm more willing to hear your perspective because I respect you and
Mm-hmm.
because you genuinely care about who I am and you want the best for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so and I know that to be reciprocal. I know you also hear me out as well, and there
Absolutely.
because we're coming from two different worlds, we get to like double our game up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I get your perspective as a man walking through this world with all the stuff you've been through before I even came into your world,
Mm-hmm.
and I offer the same. And we offer that at 100% and 100%. And boom, exponential growth,
That's right.
and so that's a big piece for me. The wisdom that you've offered me through the years and in situations where I couldn't get out of my own head because you've lived different
Yeah.
experiences,
Yeah.
you were able to give me such great clarity, and what a gift.
I agree because I know that there's been several times where I was stuck in my own head.
Hmm.
And brothers, y'all know as men, when we get to a point in our mind, as I said in my last video, we don't like the term "I don't know." We hate those are the worst words that a man could ever. Oh my God, that's poison, But let's face it, brothers, we don't know all the time, and
And we don't either,
yeah,
honey.
and so if you got somebody that is invested in you,
Yeah.
and not only are they invested in you, they're invested in you trying to know what to do next, what moves to make, how to overcome whatever obstacles that you're juggling in your mind. They're going to be invested in you. So who better to talk to than that person? And I liken that person to be my wife over everything, over anything, unless it's something that a man has to address. But for the most part, I lean towards my wife like she's eyes in the back of my head because she knows those other angles that I can't see. So, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Does that make me weak? What do you think?
Absolutely not.
No,
I
because
think that
I
it's
think
called
Plant would say that
trust.
that's bitch made or
It's
something.
absolutely not. I don't even consider you are a wise soul to me. You're like my greatest confidant. And you see also you're the eyes behind my head. You
Mhm,
got my back. You in my
mhm.
bunker. So absolutely not. I am enhanced by having you on in my space. as my ace boon, as
I
that
agree.
number one,
Yeah.
because really without you, right, I can rock and do my thing, but man, with you, exponential,
Man.
exponential.
And
So
something, you know what else I noticed? You said how we check one another.
mhm.
And earlier you were mentioning this to me, and damn, it was brilliant what you said, because I'd never thought about it. But when we check each other,
Mhm.
it ain't like, well, shit, you better not do this, no shit
To
like
help
that.
us grow and
Yeah,
expand, man.
the way we do it is almost like, fellas, this is some artistic shit, man. This is some game we putting you on, right? Hey, what up, sheep? Hey, that's DS1 right
Oh,
there,
hey,
baby.
man.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for coming through.
put them on the screen. Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Yes, thank you for coming through, brother. We in here chopping it up. A game gang. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we're going to talk about that too today. We are definitely going to talk about A game today. But,
It serves.
yes, it does. Hey, say it again, baby.
It serves.
Oh, my God. Yes, man.
I
Yes.
love it.
But as far as how we check one another, it's almost like, y'all, what we do is that when we have an issue and we bring it up, and it's almost like we say, hey, look, man, I got to talk to you about something. You know, I think that you displayed a behavior that is quite beneath you, you know. And we come at it like that, and it is fly as hell, because what it's doing, it's addressing an issue at the same time encouraging. It's not tearing down like most people do when they have to check one another. They lash out with heat and flames because of the offense. They're in their emotions because they might have been pissed off about it or whatever. But when you can communicate yourself in an artistic way from that heat, from being pissed off, you're going to have a lot more of an effect, a lot more understanding, a lot more willingness to open up and take in what the complaint is about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all
Well, and
married.
I mean, just to even add to that, though, even when it is funky or it's stuck in the, defensive space, I think that we even use that to source from to level up. Again, we're here in support of each other's greatest experiences. We're here to help support and expand and really provide that opportunity or resource to help each other grow, which that for me, because there's reverence here, there's that mutual respect. So I want to see him win. He wants to see me win, whatever that looks like. If I could offer something to him that supports that and vice versa,
Mhm.
I mean, I told him, I said, there's those moments in my life where I could think about, and I'm sure he has the same, where I'm concerned, where he has literally in those moments in the clutch offered some wisdom, brilliantly years ago when I was just in a funk and transitional space professionally. He was like, okay, what's going on here? Something ain't right here. Something
Oh,
ain't
you
right.
talking
I'm
about
talking
with
about all those interviews.
the
And I was just
interviews?
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I was never a person who would not be well received or not immediately get the job or get the situation. But I had asked for a change professionally. And I, in my fear, tried to stay stuck. And the rejection was feeling real heavy. And, and he was like, what are you saying in these interviews? Because this is not you. And I'm not clear what's going on with you, man. And I had to be vulnerable, in a place where I felt really exposed and really uncomfortable. My vulnerability with this person that I love and trust and who sees the best in me, he was able to give me some wisdom, y'all, that did a shift in my life that was so instrumental even to today, that not only that I apply to my life, but that I offer to other people as a blessing. Okay. And that's the kind of stuff you get to have right in your house, right in your bed, in your life every day, sourced and available for you. You can't tell me nothing
Damn.
about marriage. You understand me, man? I got wisdom right up in here in a fine package that I can have connection with and intimacy with. Stop playing. Ain't nothing else better than that. Ain't
Man,
nothing else better than that.
you're making my glasses fall up, baby.
But
Damn.
that's real talk. Like I just man, it's not just isolated. This is how we flow. It's a synergy and a harmony that we offer each other. And that is what I think everyone is entitled to have.
I agree.
So all that negative talk, we had to come into space and infuse some love on it. Put some love on it.
Yes, sir.
We F's with it, okay?
Yes,
Because it
sir.
serves us and has enhanced our lives and continues to. Every anniversary we hit, we be like, man, we done made it. What? It ain't even like we done made it. It's like, this been fun, man.
Yeah.
I've been this been fun, dude. I'm glad. Let's keep on.
Yep.
You know,
Keep
we
on rolling.
never feel the humdrum or, oh, the 7-year itch, and oh, no, man, I
Man.
celebrate this person every single day.
That shit don't exist to me.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to allow these social norms, if you will, to infiltrate my perception about existing with a woman. You know, I know that. Well, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Let's go back. Let's go back to
Yeah.
the two examples of traditional and liberal.
Okay.
I personally think that we kind of combine both of them. If we're talking about these two, because I know you know we do our own thing.
Yeah, you know me. I don't even want to put labels on it.
Yeah,
I just embody what it is for
Yeah.
me, you know. But I hear you. I mean, yeah, we can relate and identify with aspects of all of it. But we've been able to do our own thing, which I really appreciate, you know?
Yeah. I mean, because it really, all right, let's talk about the liberal marriage, talking about individualism. And to me, that kind of dances around with selfishness, you know? Now, you know, my perception of selfishness
Pushing past it.
Yeah, pushing past it. No, I think selfishness is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I think one end can cut jaggedly and the other end can cut like a X-Acto blade, nice and smooth and evenly. What does this mean in an analogy as far as our existence? All right, well, my wife likes television. She likes to watch certain
Not as
things.
much anymore, but I hear you though.
Well,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
My
you watch
programs.
it. Yeah, you watch it more than me.
Yes, I do.
And
Yes.
I really don't care for it. So when she's in her show, she might be fully engaged, and I might come in there and want to be frisky. Or she's engaged, and I might be disturbing her, which I respect because I don't want to be in there watching that TV. You know, I'm going to go in there and check on her, make sure she's cool, and then leave her alone. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go in my room or go in wherever I choose to go and get into what I get into.
Right.
That's selfishness. You know, that's a healthy form of selfishness. We're doing what we choose to do, what we like to do, and nobody's mad at nothing.
No,
All right.
we respect the space and time, just like when you're doing music or whatever. I mean, whatever the thing is, you know, just giving each other the balance of that space. You know, absolutely. That's critically important too.
Another example is, which most people think this is a tender topic, but all right, our money. You know, our jobs, our the bank accounts.
Yeah.
We haven't joined bank accounts. Why? Why haven't we joined bank accounts?
Because we both have access.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
I don't have no problem.
Have flowed.
You got
know?
a card for my account.
Exactly.
I got a card for your account. We know the codes. We know the numbers. We know what. So why should we have a joint account?
If it works, then it works. If it you know, if it ain't broke, you know. But like I said, it's not an issue of trust. It wouldn't be a problem to do that one way or the other.
Right.
Honestly, it's just the way that it's just been. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we rocking with it, and that's cool. And in the realm of love making, we're kind of a little bit of both sometimes. You know.
Yeah. It's just right. Sometimes, sometimes it's. Man, you know, I'll catch you when you know. Just depends. This season we're frisky. Thank you,
yeah, you know.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it just depends. But we flow with. But there's always affection. See, that's the thing I love.
That's the main
thing. There's always the kissing and the touching and the flirting and all that energy that I think is very consistent. And I really dig that, you know. And obviously the passion in the lovemaking is great because it does not wane. That's the other thing I love. That we also are willing to be honest with each other. Like, yo, this is kind of what I'm digging in this season. I'm feeling this a little bit. Can I have a little bit more of that? A little bit more of that? Oh, I don't necessarily need that in this, you know, just always engaging the conversation about it and having fun. Like we still have fun when we do our thing.
That's the main thing for me.
That. Yeah.
I love having fun when love making, man.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
we're playful with it.
How many look, man, we being vulnerable here, y'all. But how many times have any of you brothers been in a situation to where you have been in the bed with your woman and you in it and you can say something that'll make both of y'all laugh or do something to make both of y'all laugh, but still being hard, still being wet, and you still having fun. And
Yeah.
because I mean that was that one session we had when we was over here, man. We must have screwed for about I don't know how long we was, but it was almost just like we was chilling
Yeah, and
and
just
sexing at
you
the same
enjoyed
time.
each other. See, that's that friendship mixed with that intimacy and that passion and that attraction and all. Like, that's it. Everything. Imagine like your A1, the one that's got your back, the one where you could bury the bodies, and you also have that person in a body that you are attracted to and that you dig and that you right kissing energy, right sexual energy, all
Mm-hmm.
of that rolled into one. That's heaven. That's marriage.
That's it, man.
That's marriage,
That's what it is.
and if you have any other narrative of that, then you don't have the partner to offer, you the glory of what it looks like. You got to know from yourself what it is that you want, and both of us are in alignment with that for each other, and I'm grateful for that.
Passionate and fun live here.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes,
Peace
indeed.
of mind, because of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just from simple stuff to the big things.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bishop. Said he loves
Oh,
the
cool,
conversation,
Bishop.
man.
Thank you,
Yo,
man.
man, Bishop's a good
Come
dude,
with some
man.
questions if y'all have anything. We're here. We're open. I mean,
No,
we just
let's open
talking.
up a panel.
I mean, whatever. I'm fine with the conference. Whatever. However you want to flow.
Well,
I'm
if I
here
can
for
figure
it.
out how to do it, I'll do it. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, you want to do it right now?
I'm here for whatever you want to offer.
Let's
I'm
do it.
good.
Let's do it. Here we go. Let's see. See if I can do this, y'all. Bear with me.
We're experimenting.
Okay, I got it. I got the link copied to a clipboard. Now, let me see how to see. Now, how the heck do we get it in the chat room? Damn, I can't even. I don't even know how to type in it. See, banners, brand, guests, more, private chat. Do I put it here?
I don't know, babe.
Well, let's see. See what happens.
But who is it to?
No. Okay, no, we here. We still here.
Okay, cool. Forgive us, y'all.
Yeah, forgive us. We trying to figure this mess out, man. All right, guests.
No, no, Bishop. No, Bishop said no. The private chat.
Wait.
Lord, this is real,
God
y'all. This is real.
dang,
You get to
man.
see us
Yeah,
interact through challenges here.
yeah.
That is hilarious.
All right, let's see. Okay, invite guests. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. Yeah. You can have up to. I don't know how to do this, y'all. I don't know how to get y'all up here, but damn it, anyone that got stream yards, give me some tips on how to get somebody up in here. I got guests. I see the guests button, and I see invite guests, but I don't see how to you know get get it in the chat. Go to the comments and tab it. Showing your chat room. Okay, comments. My goodness, man. I don't know, y'all. Private chat, post comment. Boom, there we go. I think I figured it out, baby.
You got it?
Let's see here. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. All right, let's see. Y'all come on up, man. Come kick it with us. and discuss this whole thing about marriage and your you know, did it go in? Oh, there it is. I don't know how many people can get on because, like I said, this is the free version. So we got Sheed up in the house. Add to stream. Boom.
Cool.
Sheed.
What's going on? Hey, I gotta get my headphones set up.
Oh,
Cool.
man. Welcome to Conversations with Wifey, man. You are officially the first guest.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get itself straight. What does that say? What is that? For a large percentage of people. Marriage. Let me get my
Mhm.
glasses.
They're just like landing a dream job. Then a couple years later, demanding half ownership. There we go.
There we go. In a couple of years, demanding half ownership in the business that hired you. Family law overwhelmingly favors women. Well, mm, I would say family law does favor women, yeah. But that's why in the beginning of it all, you have to know what the hell you doing.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and make no excuses for men or women. When you get with a woman and you decide to take the steps to marriage, it's very important that you do the proper vetting and don't get married until you can figure out the patterns of the individual, meaning you might have had a couple of arguments, you've overcome some obstacles. This is all the vetting process. All right, you got to go through some turmoils. Don't just jump into marriage. That's what happened with me in my first one. 3 months of knowing the chick, I'm getting married. How stupid is that?
And also, let's all give ourselves permission to be very clear. Again, know what you want. And if it's not working for you, then you can also be done as well. There's
Exactly.
really there is it should never feel like this heavy obligation. And that's why I said earlier, even through, because don't get it twisted, even through challenges and obstacles and things, because of the fact that we have what we have, through those experiences, we are able to use those things as growth opportunities and to expand ourselves. That's because we're in partnership and connection with one another that allows for the good to far outweigh the challenges, because the challenges that come, we're able to go through together because of the other foundational things we have. Namely that connection, that friendship, all of the mutual desires that we have, and really wanting both of us to have the best, really seeing one another and seeing the best in one another. So
Mm-hmm.
even through those moments that are funky, we still see the best in one another. And the thing that we've gotten caught up with in the society is letting other people let us try to dictate what it should look like for us. I think beautifully for us, although both of us talk about, coming up in single parent households, the beautiful ignorance of us not having a model is that we got to go ahead and set our path ablaze on our own as we chose. And we are free in that, and we are joyful in that. And so I hear you with the stats and all that stuff, and I get it. Trust me, I'm not going to disclose what I do, but intimately, I get it. I understand it. But we have a choice. And I'm telling you, the feeling, the reason we're even on this tonight is we need to let you know the feeling is altogether different than this transactional and negative experience that you're hearing more commonly and overwhelmingly than not. I'm telling you, if you find the joy with somebody, if you find the person that life is HD'd and more amazing with, you know what I mean? That's the person. But don't force it if it's not it, because
Yeah.
you don't want to be alone or whatever. Because that's frankly the reason why a lot of people get into these connections, because they really feel like life will be better with somebody, but it's not the person that they should really ideally be with. We have to be honest with ourselves.
She's a uh, practicing attorney. She says she would not advise men to marry nowadays. Well, I mean, I
Everyone has
believe
their
me.
opinion,
Everybody has their opinion, and I understand why you say that because of as I stated in the earlier examples, the society being so liberal nowadays, and the laws, yes, indeed. But that's why it's very important to understand both the external and internal values of the connection between yourself and an individual.
Yeah.
You have to be smart about this. I mean, Look, is the soul marriage is the soulmate thing going out of style in today's times? Pretty much, yeah. But still in all, with that being said, it still doesn't mean that you can't find happiness with an individual. It just means you have to be smarter about how you're moving out here. You know, what does Magnetic say? I'm that lawyer who takes men for the house, cars, pension, and kids. Wow. Uh, through my experience, modern women don't care about men's struggles. Well, there's reasons for that.
Well, let me add this.
Mhm.
And be clear, because and I understand your position, as an attorney, and you're going to speak for, advocate for, and do your work, of course, for whoever is going to call you for that service. And obviously they're wanting somebody who's going to get them what they want in the end. But let's be clear of where that's sourced from. There's pain underneath all of that. There's frustration underneath that. There's malice underneath that, when somebody is quote unquote taking somebody for what, this, that, or whatever. There are also myriad of circumstances that can come up, in terms of how folks have lived and how their household was when they were as one family with their children. There are a lot of complicating and emotional factors that go into it. I'll leave it there. Like I said, intimately, I'm familiar as well. So again, I'm not focused on that. My position is this: you have to be honest with yourself with what you want. And I'm telling you, I'm certain that many people get into marriage because of their conditioning, because of societal expectations, familial expectations, all of those things that are not sourcing from who they are and what they want. If obligations on the other side of it, if things are involved that are outside of what you want from internally from your soul, then it's not the right move for you. We both talk about this very clearly. If there's ever a moment where it ain't working for either one of us, that's a conversation. It's not avoided. It's not avoided. And we would actually celebrate one another. If you found somebody that supersedes what this experience is for you, I love you and the season we had, and God bless you. That's simple, and again, we choose to be here. It's joyful. We choose to be here. And we could also choose not to, but we've chosen to do this in love, you know?
We got Magnetic says men not getting married in your 20s and 30s is like missing out on buying the last ticket for the Titanic. No, you know what? Let me say something to that. Let me say, I honestly will say this. I don't think men or women should get married until a certain age.
Man, we've talked about this before
Oh
because we
yeah,
were in our 30s, and I'm grateful for that.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
my first marriage. I'm so grateful to know who I am as a woman
But see,
before I
the
entered that.
problem is, we're kind of a unique experience
Yeah.
here because
Yeah.
most people have children already. I mean,
Yeah.
well, hell,
Well, you
I'm that.
did. Yeah,
Yeah, we
exactly.
got children already. The examples presented to them as far as male female relationships are, well, you know what that is.
Hmm.
It's just shitty.
Yeah.
Completely shitty. And it's really leaning towards people procreating in an immature state, not understanding. Well, I mean, even sex. Sex is now a sport instead of something that is sacred. So you got
Yeah.
all this going on. All this trickles down to what Magnetic is talking about.
Yeah.
People are
I
getting
understand.
married and they got this fantasy in their head based off of the information that they've downloaded
Right.
in their lives instead of actual examples. And then the examples that they've had have been tainted from things like the eras of the '60s, and where the what you call it, the welfare kicked in, and the men wasn't allowed to be in the home, and men not being able to get jobs have developed a perception about us in the
Hmm.
woman's mind and everything, and then it's just a lot that goes into what's happening now with marriage, why people feel the way they do. Because listening to Platt the other day, it was pissing me off, but at the same time, I had to look at it from a balanced point of view. I
Hmm.
can understand him, but I don't agree with him.
I mean, that's what I'm saying by conditioning. I understand it too, but we all have to say for ourselves, what do I want? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's being asked and answered honestly, because folks are worried about what other people are going to think, or I have to do it this way, or you know what, this person hurt me, I got to take them for everything. Not considering we share kids together that are only who they are because of the two people that came together. There is pain, hurt, resentment, and all the other stuff
Mm-hmm.
that gets mucked up in the decision
Mm-hmm.
and in how you honorably move through if it's not working for you. And that has to be shifted, and I don't disagree. Right. People do see more often than not
Mm-hmm.
the not positives that come out of it,
We
divorce
are
includes.
here.
Is she up
No,
in here still? One last thing to magnetic vortex, because we got a guest we got to tend to. We got to serve him some drinks, give him some snacks and all that. Magnetic vortex. I hear you on your profession. I have to. What we say? What we got here?
Government stepped up and destroyed the natural order.
Oh, absolutely. And just to let you know, as far as profession goes, my wife has a profession that we won't reveal, but it is, put it like this, it has something to do with what you do. Okay. So with that said, what up, what up, she?
we here.
Yes,
We
we
are
are.
here. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good conversation. I'm actually just coming from a card game.
Oh
My
yeah.
wife, she at home. Yeah, I was playing some poker with the old fellas.
Poker.
Yes, I play with some guys. I think this one guy he's 70, and the other guy's like 49. I'm the youngster in the crowd. The 49-year old,
Mm-hmm.
he was the youngster before I pulled in. I'm
Love
only 38, so you know he feel a little better than some young guy. He can call young buck and try to train and show him how to ride the horse right.
Talking about
Yeah.
what up,
So
Lulu? Yes,
so
sir.
but
So
yeah,
how
great conversation.
Oh, thank you, she. Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
it. Yeah.
we gotta look, man. There's got to be channels. I've heard you discuss it. Go, Professor, discuss it. Shaka, everyone discusses it. There's got to be a channel that prevents another view about this shit, man. Because there's too many brothers on here and sisters on here that are presenting an example of hatred or a perception of hatred or just disdain or she they call us simps.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, I'm
what I say? Compromised, all that. You know?
I'm the biggest simp of all because I married a woman with kids. So that I tell people my nickname is Simp, and I'm okay with that because I'm like 14 years. I guess the Simps are winning because I'm 14 years in my marriage, so the Simps are winning. That's all I say. Simps are winning.
Yes, indeed. And
You know.
you know what? I don't think a lot of these brothers and sisters are thinking of this from an aspect of what are the children going through. You
Yeah.
know, you complain and complain about this generation ain't this, the Gen Zs are that. Well, in order for you to, who's that? Oh, simply look at look at Shaka, man. Look at new.
Aw.
Oh, Tony, thank you, man. Yeah,
Hey, talk. Hey, I
we
know.
got.
I know. New ain't trying to talk. New was a macaroni today. New was a macaroni on Go Professor channel.
Oh man, let me put this cash app up. I thought I put it up there, in the banners section. There we go. That's the cash app right there. Let me go back to the messages here, comments. There we go. That's the cash out right there, Tony Seven, man. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. If you choose to tithe or donate, whatever you choose to do, brother, we greatly
Oh,
appreciate it, man. But just your time and attention is that much powerful. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So thank you. Thank you for
Well,
even
thank you,
asking.
man.
Thank you for even if you do, if you don't, thank you for asking, period.
Yeah.
Um yeah, yeah, man. Look Shaka trying to clown on you, man.
Hey man, Shaka cool. Look, see, he probably trying to do what me and Gold Professor do. When me and Gold Professor get around each other, we troll each other on principle. Be like, okay, so we got a live in the stream. So one of us got to be the bigger person, and one of us got to be the smaller person. Just so happen the person who said something first that means hey, you got to be the truth. So hey, he won this time. I give it to him.
Yes, sir. You know what?
Yeah,
But
it's all in.
as far as you're
Go ahead.
married, and you married a woman with children, and they think you a simp. Well, okay. No, you know what, baby? What do you think about that? Because I got to
First
hear
of
your thoughts
all,
on
let
that
me
shit.
just go just on the strength of who I am. I'm not about to have no simps in my bunker be in partnership with me. Like, what sense does that make? So I just think that the notion of you all being simps when you're saying, "Hey, someone is amazing enough to me that I want to share time with this person, that I want to share life with this person because their joy, in it with them is more so than me alone." How are you a simp? And so I think that's sourced from someone who can't measure what we all know is great that we have that we're sitting in and loving and enjoying in our lives. And so, you know, you can't, if you ain't got it, you can't really measure it. It's hard to measure, But
That's
so y'all ain't
that,
no sense to me.
No, and
that's
Bishop,
facts.
thank you, brother. Thank you for that cash app, brother. Thank you so much, man. Bishop's been good to me, man.
Yeah,
The brother
a
shares
good
my
brother.
sheet. Hold your thought, brother. Bishop shares my stream. He shares my videos, and you know how inconsistent I am with this shit. The brother shares it as soon as I put it up, and bam, he sends it, man. And he ain't got to do that, So, Bishop, thank you, man.
What you offer, baby, is a gift, and you good people, and it's felt, and that's the receipt of that.
Yes,
Receive that and know that.
I try, and
Absolutely.
that's the reason why I'm so much of a supporter to the brothers on here because I see the exact same thing within them.
That's right.
I'm going to continue to tithe and donate to brothers like She, Bishop, uh, uh, Sheed. I got to get you a cash app too, but Shaka, everyone, Gold P, you know, these are good brothers on here. They're trying to provide either the brothers are trying to provide. What you got there? My cash app name, Ebo Sosa Show is the cash app name. That's it right there. I forgot to put the dollar sign in front of uh, um, the name, but that is actually the name right there. The Ebo Sosa Show One, Tony Seven. Yes.
Yes, Bish. Yes.
Oh man, but a lot of brothers aren't paying attention to and oh, look at that pic right there. See there? Look at the pic
Yes.
side by side, man, and just
Yes.
sit back and feel that.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, see, that's what we need to see more of.
And
We need,
everyone has the capacity to have this. Like, that's what we have to stop really selling. And that's why we got on here tonight. Everyone is entitled to this. If you don't want it, that's your prerogative. No problem. But if you really, really are honest with yourself and you know that's what you want, know that it is available and possible, and you are capable of having it. Period. I
yes,
cannot be more passionate about it because I never thought and never knew. Okay. But that I always say a little feeble little prayers because there was something sourced in me that said it's possible. There's something divine sourced in me that said it was possible. And I am living proof of it. So can't nobody tell me nothing different. You understand me, y'all? Period. Period. And I know that everybody that's talking to the contrary is sourcing it from pain and sourcing it from misunderstanding. And I have grace and patience for all of them. But I'm not going to pretend like I don't have it. I have it up in here and I'm going to celebrate it. So anything you hear from this crew right here is going to be in celebration of it. And again, we're open and available for a real conversation. I don't have a problem being fully open and transparent about it,
hmm
but we're going to celebrate it because it's been a blessing to me. I'm certain it's been a blessing to my husband because we are living proof. We live and breathe and watch it every day.
damn right, damn right. And I'm sure them. You got sons, right? She,
Yeah, I got three boys and one daughter.
woo,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
yeah,
See?
man. I'm sure that
Yep.
them
And
children.
my youngest are twins.
Oh wow. See?
We was hoping for twins so bad, man. But
We
Hey, twins ain't nothing to play with. Hey,
no,
my friend, I went over my friend's house one day, and it's normal for me when they were younger. I took both of them, put them in one arm, grabbed the stroller, grabbed the baby bag, and I walked out the door with him. He's like, "Oh man, you look like Superman right now." I was like, "What?" He was like, "You got both of the twins on one of." I was like, "I don't want to put the stroller out because I had the double stroller." And I was
yeah,
like, I don't want to put the double stroller out, put him on the stroller. Then I got to roll him out the house, roll him down the steps. I was like, I could just carry him to the car, put him in the car seats like that, and go from there. And he's like, oh man. He said, man, you like Superman right now doing that with them kids, boy.
yeah.
I just told him, I say, this normal to me. This how I do. My wife, she can't park. My wife is literally parked in the middle of the street.
What?
I stay in the cul-de-sac and it was raining. She went and picked up my twins because they was outside. And I told them, when the street lights come on and come inside the house, I just like that they want to go outside a lot. That's the thing to me. But
Yeah.
it started raining on them and she had to go pick them up. And first thing she did, she called me. She was like, "Don't say nothing, Dad. I parked so bad." I come down the street. She gonna get somebody to hit our car one day because she can't
Ooh.
park.
Oh, let's not put that out. Let's not
Man,
put that out there, man. You just got to talk to him. Just talk to him,
hey, I've tried.
man. Yeah, but
Yeah.
man, I was going to read an article about cohabitation versus marriage, but I decided not to because it's kind of. I mean, it's got a lot of points in it, man. That I honestly can vouch to understand because both Mrs. Sosa and I grew up under single mothers and no marriages involved. Well, my mother was married once, but I vaguely remember that. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but um, uh, I know he was a cool cat. I have hazy memories, but it just for the most part, the majority of my life was under her, and we, Mrs. Sosa and I, when we got together, we wanted to change the norm. We wanted to do something that we had never done before, and I think uh, back to that I was in the magnetic vortex renaissance. Going back to that, I think that's another catalyst for us trying to maintain a successful marriage because we have a goal in mind. It's not only we're trying to raise a child together, but we want to achieve something. You understand? And that's what it's about with us in our marriage. We honor one another. We're dedicated towards making it work because we both have an achievement we wish to do to accomplish until death. You understand?
absolutely, 100%. And we want each other to win, like genuinely, like whatever aspiration. I'm like his biggest cheerleader, and he's certainly mine.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful to have that again, a person that rocks with you and sees you. They see you, like literally see your divinity. They see your wow, your wonder, your amazingness, like the thing. Even when you don't even see it for yourself, this human outside of you that's not connected to you by blood, but connected to you from soul sees you. I'm just blown away by it.
Hmm.
Every single time, I'm simply blown away by it and the connection, but random things that happen. Like the other night, right? Like I'm looking at my phone about to literally press your name to call you and check in with you.
Hmm.
And then boom, you
I
just call
called.
me.
Hmm.
This has been
That
happening
happens.
to us for
Oh man, yeah,
years.
it happens all the time.
This human being, I've literally every day since 2009 have spoken to this man every day and enjoy talking to him every day, y'all. Not one day has been missed in communication.
But see, that's a foreign thing with a lot of people because a lot of guys, and I'm gonna read Shaka's comment here in a
Yeah.
minute. A lot of people don't understand how to communicate with each other. They don't think that men and women can be on the level of friendship like that. Um, a lot of guys say, "Man, I don't want to hear her mouth every day." Well, of course not. Nobody wants to. We don't communicate all day long, every single day, but we
No.
communicate every day.
Yeah.
And we enjoy having laughter between the two of us. We when we talk, it ain't the typical, "Hey baby, how you doing?" All that. It's
No.
it's "Hey yo dog, hey man, look at
Yeah.
look at this shit, man. Look at this." We trip out. We trip
Or
out like
man, let
that.
me tell you what happened. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
process through.
And then we read the linguistics of the other person, because not all the time the
Right.
person is ready to receive what you have to offer.
Right.
So we hey, so am I talking to myself right now or what?
You good?
My
You in the
bad, my
mood?
bad. All right,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna leave you alone. We respect that. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Bishop. Now, Shaka, Shaka says, "I have a hard time wondering why men don't like the idea of talking to a chick about not having a contract." Shaka is not a married man.
Okay.
He's doing well. He's a good brother. He has understanding of knowledge of self, and he's not wanting a woman right now,
That's
and
okay.
there's nothing wrong
Wrong
with
with
that.
that.
You know what? And let me clear this right now. We fucks with marriage is the title of this, but that doesn't mean that we think that everybody has to fuck with
No.
marriage.
Our own this is our listen, let me I got to break this one down.
Break it down,
Let
baby.
me let me be very clear. Mr. Sosa wanted to be married. I think God, you knew you was calling me Mrs.
Yeah,
before year one was up,
I'm the one
probably.
who administered,
Yeah.
who put that in play.
And I
Me.
was like, I'm cool. You cool, but I'm cool. But listen, y'all, I had a journey, okay, and it landed with me needing to have a surgery. And let me tell you something about showing and proving. And when you hear people do those vows and sickness and in health and things of that nature, I got to see Mr. Sosa in moments of real, real, real need where I was really physically struggling. And I got to see this man show up. And when I tell y'all show up, I don't know if you want to share the things you had to
No, we don't
do,
need to share
but
everything,
just
man.
put it this
Shit.
way, you have to be the things he did for me as a woman in a vulnerable space. Let me know that the love that this man has for me is deep and abiding and unconditional without any question and without any doubt. And when I was on the men, the Lord said, "Wake on up, girl. If you this is the thing you was asking for, just newsflash." And I had to go to him and say, "Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready because I'm very clear, and I now know that you are that person that I want to experience the rest of my life with.
Yes,
That I
sir.
want to be the father of the child that I bring into this world." And there was no question. And listen, that day, the day, and ever since that day, that's never changed. That's
Hey,
again how you know.
hey,
Period. And if that's not your thing, that's okay too.
that's it.
I said I fucks with marriage because I do, and so does he.
Yeah,
And we're here representing again the positive experiences of that. That's all we're saying. Not putting a judgment or an expectation on anybody else, but just letting people who do want it know that this is possible and it's available to you. And can't say that enough.
that's right. And here's another living example of black love right here, right next to us. Is she with his woman.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, the brother, oh, what we got here? Wow, was MR. Can you read that, baby? Because I took my glasses
Yeah.
off.
People, I was MRM fighting for guys who wanted to be married. If they want that, that's cool. I'm talking about the contract.
The contract. Break down the contract. You mean the legal
You talk,
contract of marriage?
yeah, the legal aspect of marriage. A
Okay.
Oh,
lot
Oh,
of guys look at that as a bad route, but my thing is this: there's no guarantees. So if you're gonna go into marriage, you got to go into marriage long term.
yeah.
See, you have to define what is marriage to most people. Most people might make think marriage is 5 years, 2 years until I get on my feet. But me and my wife, we discussed this. Marriage is long term. You know, there's stipulations come involved if you're cheating. Because that's the thing. If you're gonna say you're monogamous, okay. If you're gonna cheat, you know, if you're gonna have an open marriage, whatever, be upfront with it. If you
Hmm.
have a decision you want to make at the last minute, say, I don't want to be married no more. So you're acting a certain way, be upfront, let the other person know, and let them make the judgment to say, well, if you're gonna go out here and mess with other women, I don't want to be married with you. If you're gonna go out here and cheat on me, I don't want to be married. That's the whole point. See, a lot
Exactly.
of people don't want to be open about the situations that they're in because sometimes women say, well, I don't want to leave because I've invested so many years, and then sometimes men is vice versa. But the point of it is, just being open in the marriage is the key. And me and my wife, we talk about situations all the time. If I die, what'll happen? If I
Hmm.
if I get sick, what'll happen? Because my wife, she was in a situation where she didn't work for a whole year. You know, I told her I was like, something's going on. We'll handle it this way. You just stay off work for a year.
Hmm.
And when it came down to a position where I seen that she was getting better, but the point of it was, you being a homemaker, taking care of the home, that's what you're supposed to do. If you're not doing that, then hey, that means you need more time. You need more time on your hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's go back to work. And that's what essentially happened. You know,
Hey, shoot, that's being right there for your excuse me, for your mate, man. The I'm looking at Shaka's comment, and I'm really trying to.
Well, can I add something to the contract situation?
Yes, go ahead. Cause
Just to springboard off of me saying, like I said, because real talk, y'all, like he definitely was all in, and I had my reservations because, as he's talked about very openly, he was previously married. There's kids, child support, right? I was single, no kids, good job, education, and I was like, I'm about to get it. Okay, let me evaluate, and I
excuse me.
had my fear, and I had my caution, and I'm telling you, the feeling and the clarity after seeing exactly the demonstration of what being here for me, supporting and loving me unconditionally, the demonstration of that coupled with everything else that our relationship was, my desire in marriage was to how do I get as close and connected to this other human being as possible. I celebrate taking on the name. I celebrate taking on the legalized connection with my husband. That for me, I don't look at it as a contract. I look at it as I am all in. I am fully invested. I am here. And this solidifies that until the wheels fall off. And that's what marriage is for me. It's a celebration and it is a stamp and affirmation of finding that human being you literally want to experience your whole life with. This man and I have been through so many things, including job stuff and all of that. And on the other side of every single obstacle or challenge, it only fortifies how dope our marriage is. And I don't regret not one day signing that quote unquote contract because, man, my life is better with this man.
Ricky Williams, peace to you, brother. It's wonderful to see you here, brother. Thank you for coming in.
peace to the
Uh,
God.
oh man, yes, our Doves, man, great boxing channel. Everyone subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to Sheed Stay. I'm sorry, Sheed We Here. I was about to say Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Mixing y'all names up. Subscribe to DS1's channel, Sheep Sheep Stay Sleep TV, with your damn tongue twister channel name. And subscribe to the Bishop. You got to. You got to. But Shaka's talking about, how like in the the contract marriage is like in the army and stuff like that, where the wife can turn you in for certain shit and all that. Uh um
But that's not marriage as I identify it. I guess that's where I had to be really clear, about my reason of
don't
coming together,
yeah, well, adultery being illegal,
Yeah.
the separations of pay, all that stuff like that. uh Separation pay. I think that with any presentation of marriage,
Mm-hmm.
before you do it, I think all discussions is on the table. And I wish men wasn't so afraid to do it, because when you discuss things, like, say from the military aspect. You discuss marriage and all of the trap doors that the male can fall through and be fucked up from that. You have to discuss this so that you can see how she is going to respond to this discussion and then make a determination if you should make the move towards marriage. But if she's like, hey, look, man, I ain't concerned with all that stuff. I ain't gonna do this to you. As long as you don't do certain things and you get your standards both met, put it out there on the table, and you can abide by each other's, respect one another and things of that nature, then you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The contracts involved won't be any kind of thing that's going to be like a hindrance to you moving forward. But you got to have the discussions. You have to bust the subject wide open because
Mhm.
if you're going to be in marriage, you have to understand this ain't no this is a serious step, man. You could lose a lot of shit, as I've done before. Land, name, monies, hell, your sanity, for Christ's sake. I mean, divorce is not an easy thing for men to go through.
For
We in the
anyone to go through.
Yeah, for anyone. I'm not excluding
Yeah.
the females, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not something that I feel that you want to skip over as far as discussing things within the contract of marriage. Go ahead,
Uh,
she.
I was gonna say with BGS, he said marriage is more like a bank investment to where you go in. It should be like this, to where you go in the bank, you deposit, you get a return on your investment. But he said most marriages nowadays are
Hmm.
like the casino. You go in, you put it all on the line, and you roll snake eyes and lose it all. You know, you
That's and that goes down to what I said earlier.
facts.
The society, we're in a liberal society, and it's characterized by individualism. It's liberty understood as a freedom from authority and conflicts of interest between individuals. That's what we're in right now, and it's whew, there's no common good, only public interest. You know, so it's you gotta do things the right way if you're going to be involved in marriage in these times. See, my wife and I, what are we? We're Gen X, right? Is that what
Yeah.
we're
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
Gen
considered
Xers.
Gen X's, yeah.
So it's a different mindset when it comes to things. We're not only Gen Xers, we're Gen X parents. So we have a 6-year old. So it's going to look a hell of a lot different than some 20-year olds getting married. They're conditioned by society and conditioned by whatever the TV is feeding them, whatever they've read about things and music. So yeah, man, the discussion is real. You got to have it. You got to have it if you're going to be involved in a marriage. What else we got going on here? The chat and the instructions on the panel. Oh, that's Nameless. That brother right there, man. That's a deep brother, man. Nameless protagonist.
Hmm.
Deep brother right there, man. Deep.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You can learn a lot of things. I have to show you his Instagram channel.
Bet.
But Sheed, I wanted to ask you a question, brother. You there? Sheed? Uh-oh. Must have fell off or something, man. I can't hear you, brother. Whatever's going on. We got Nameless. Let's see
Nah,
what
you
Nameless.
good. I walked away from my phone. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right, brother. I want to ask you this question, then get into Nameless. Nameless is She's Mike Matters.
Oh, they got that from Gold P. I be on Gold P channel. They
No,
say that a lot.
let me get into what Nameless is talking about before I ask you this question, man. He says the culture community and both sides of the family used to preside over and serve as a reinforcement tool for marriage that kept frivolous divorce historically off the table. Yes, true indeed. And I like that you call it frivolous divorce because it is when you see what was going on in these courts, man. People talking about divorce and the reasons why. Oh man, we see the examples with Dre and Bezos and all these cats, man. It is very frivolous. But Sheed, I want to ask you something, man. As far as how these brothers are always talking this shit, like, oh, you're a simp because you married a woman with children, what made you certain that you were making the right move by doing what people consider to be such a bad move?
Well, the biggest thing is a lot of people don't believe in this, the vetting process, where you ask all the questions, you check it, you check your list, make sure everything is right. My wife, when it came down to other women, she would always say what we're gonna do together instead of what we and my kids gonna do. That
Hmm.
was always the biggest thing, And I questioned her one time, and I told her, I said, "Well, what about the kids? You got to put the kids involved." She was like, "Well, until we get married, the kids are my responsibility."
Mm, okay.
And she's like, "Whatever you gonna do, you do it out the kindness of your heart, and that's cool. But the kids are my responsibility." And that was my biggest thing that kind of drew me in her a little more. And the fact of the matter is, out of all the women I've ever dealt with kids and without kids, she spoke pleasantly, understanding about a lot of things. But there were things that I seen that were issues. I said, well, if we're going to continue, we have to address this. And are you willing to change things or work through them, or seek counseling, whether it be? And I gave this option to every woman I've always been with, and she was the only one to say, well, I understand, I had this in my past, and I'm willing to work with this, and kind of, make myself better. And that was the biggest thing. Like all the other women, they say, well, yeah, I'm willing to work with it, but over time, they say actions speak louder than words. They never pursue the change. They always just say, well, I'm just gonna live in the moment. Maybe he forget, or this is just a situation that he wants to kind of test me or something. But no, I was serious. Like
Hmm.
if you have situations going on, it needs to be changed in order for us to grow. Like one of the biggest things that I always tell people, I talked to her baby dad, without her trying to recommend me doing it. I
Hmm.
wanted to talk to him because if I have to deal with the kids, I got to deal with him as well. So,
Yes.
kind of picking him to see what type of man he is, and depending on how he wants his kids handled a certain way. And I've always told my wife, her family, and him, I'm not an abusive guy, but I don't take disrespect. I always was raised that kids don't run the house. So
Right.
if your child do something, I'm gonna whoop them, and you can whoop them when you get home, or you can talk to them or whatever. But I'm gonna handle the situation then. So
Hmm.
with that standing, I never had issues with them. They never said you're not my dad. They had the occasional attitudes because they had to do things, but other than that, I never had no big issues. Like most people always say, "Oh, these stepkids are horrible. This, and that." I never had that. My wife, she already raised them to be good kids. They was respectable before I even got with her. But the whole notion of, me being a horrible stepdad and, just calling me out, you ain't my daddy, I don't want to do nothing. They never came at me like that because I always, relayed the message. I'm not your dad. I'm not replacing your dad, but I am here with your mother to help raise you. Now, if you don't like this, talk to me and we can make arrangements for you to go stay with your dad. And if your dad is not available, then the group homes and everything else is available, because if you don't want to follow the rules of the house, then you can't stay here. You only
Sure.
have two options:
Hmm.
to leave or stay. That's it. So they picked the better option, was to stay.
And that is instilling what is called discipline. That is what's needed in order to make everything work, not just the raising of children. You need that to make your marriage work. You need that to make your job work. You need that to make everything work as a man, as a couple, as a woman, as a man. You need discipline. I'm very firm on that. And shout out to Gold P for the 9 laws of
Nine
self-governance.
laws of self-government. Rule number one
Yep.
is discipline.
Discipline. And the one that my wife brought up earlier was reciprocity.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Very
those
important.
two are big in this household, brother. Big with the Sosas. So yeah, it sounds to me, she like you more of an honorable man than a simp to me. You know?
Sounds like it to me.
Yeah.
And that beautiful C word called communication.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, that's gold, right?
Yeah.
Say what you mean,
That's,
mean what you say, and really dialogue, you know, it's important.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the big things that I tell a lot of people. Marriage is not hard. You know,
Mm,
the biggest part of marriage is communication. Being
absolutely.
married, as long as you communicate with each other, work things out, have a common ground, and understand who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with, it's easy. The communication is the hard part.
Right. And it ain't contrary to what some people might say, it ain't about just getting your fuck on all the time. You
Yeah.
understand? There's more to life than getting your fuck on all the time. And you know what?
But let's just promote also availability when you want it, right there with somebody that you dig, with great communication, and they see you, and you can also make love and have passion and joy and all of that together again.
Yeah.
That's why we get with it. I'm telling you, it could be what you choose to make it. It's your reality based off of what you choose to make it.
Yeah.
Good communication, value, you know, that beautiful reverence, the respect for each other, and really wanting the best. Because when you do, then all of the stuff in between, because we're not sitting here in la la land. Challenges happen. But because of all that goodness and the mutual understanding of what you want and what you want to source out of your marriage, you will move through it. Just like you said, in terms of communication, you know, it's so important. It's so important. And it's one of those cornerstones that you need in your relationship, you know?
Yeah. Now, sex is important, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yes, honey.
Very important. I see you. I
And
see you,
fun.
Shaka. I see you. Don't
And
worry.
fun,
Ain't
honey.
ain't no shots. Ain't no shots. I'm sitting here Platt. I don't do subliminals, even though I'm using this dialogue. But what I do know is this: when it comes to sex and marriage, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, we with the same shit, the same dude all the time, the same chick all the time." Yo, what the hell? No, they will adamantly go against that. But all right, here's my thing about that, baby. I'm gonna just say it like
Just
this.
go ahead.
All right, here's the key: when you get involved with a woman, don't wear it out. All right, discipline yourself, as a lot as Ronan says. Have some dick discipline. All right, dick discipline. Now, it's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be hard because your woman gonna be sitting there in panties, or she gonna be laying in that bed with that thigh hanging out. She ain't wearing no panties, man, and you just gonna have to get it. But the thing about it is, you don't want to wear it out all the time. Preserve your sex life because it's something that's worth preserving. All right, me
But
and
you
Mo,
also got to enjoy it too, though.
yeah, I was
Your
telling,
parts are
yeah,
desirable. Like
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean? Like, because that if you don't have that, then that's
yeah.
a challenge
That's
here,
a
you
challenge
know?
right there. Yeah,
That's a struggle.
but and to add the coup de grace to it, get you some goddamn A game. All right. Get you some A game, man. I'm telling you.
I
It,
approve
it
that
it's
message.
it's in that area, it helps a
Yeah.
lot. Okay. What'd you say, Shaka?
Can't
Yeah.
imagine one for life. But what if it's all good? What if all the parts and availability are great that you're pleased each time?
Well, I mean, hey, some brother I'm gonna just tell you,
Yeah.
as a man,
Yeah.
some brothers, some men, I don't want to say can't do it. They just would choose not to do it because that's their mold. I mean, look,
Perhaps. Or
when
perhaps
people,
there's not really that one where you could say, oh gosh, coupled with all the other elements, I'm good. This is
yeah,
nice, you
yeah.
know?
I mean, see, the only way I'm able to do it is because I've had damn near 200 women. So Shaka, I know what you're saying, bro. I've gotten, as they said in
Your
coming to
feel.
to America. I've what do you say?
Sown your royal
Sown my
oats.
royal oats. I have, yes. And so now my perception of pussy is like, okay, it ain't nothing to me. I mean, I don't want to say it ain't nothing to me.
Well, thanks.
No, no, baby. It's just that I don't let that be the driving force behind me getting with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I desire now. What's up? It's me, C. sister right there. Yes, yes, yeah. Bishop shared the stream. We chopping it up, man. We about an hour in. We kind of coming to an end, but yeah, I'm talking about the aspect of sex in marriage right now.
Mm-hmm.
How a lot of people say you're with one person for the rest of your life. Oh, but I'm explaining how I make it work for me. All right.
Yeah.
I have a high body count, so I've sown my royal oats. So my perception about a woman's erotica is on a much more deeper level now. Now, you always, as a man, are going to find other women attractive, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to fall victim to her erotica and go after that. You got a woman who's on your team at your house in your home who is serving every need you have. So from my perspective, from my excuse me, I got hair in my mouth. Ugh, your hair.
Thanks.
From from my perspective, it's a little bit easier to be monogamous because of this. And also what I've done is I've like hardwired my mind to to tie in everything I have to my loyalty to this woman because everything I have has been accumulated with this woman. So, I don't want to damage that as far as committing adultery. We've committed to monogamy. I don't have a problem with that. It's easy for me because of how I live my life, but it ain't like that with everybody. So, to Shaka's comment, right there, I understand. So do your thing, brother. And if you find a woman that you say, hey, man, shit, this chick right here is it. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and try this with her. Then go right ahead, brother.
That's right.
But yeah, you know what, man? I am honored that you came come up here, my man. And I thank you for sharing your knowledge, as far as what you're going through within your marriage and the origins of it and everything. And you contributing to the energy here on Conversations with Wifey and letting these people know that you said don't jinx me. Hey, let me tell you something, Shaka. I bet you, I bet you, I'm willing to bet you, I can find you a woman dog that probably will. I'm saying probably because I don't know you like that, but I'm saying probably will make you want to hang up your jersey.
All right now.
But anyway, nah, she man, thank you for coming on, my man. Thank you, brother. And Bishop, thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the sharing. What you got here? What we got nameless talking about.
Oh,
It's
good.
good to see some
Thanks,
positive
Nameless.
examples. Yes, nameless. We're trying, brother. We're really
Just want
trying,
to
man.
offer that because
Yeah.
we
And
know it's
can I go ahead?
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
No, I just want to add one more thing. I always talk on my channel about family, but the
Hmm.
biggest thing I talk about is generational wealth of families and individuals who are single getting life insurance. You know, if you're married, you want to pass down the wealth to your wife or your husband. You want
Yes.
to give them something to, instead of debt, you want to pass on some type of wealth. So life insurance is one way. If you have a business, another way. Just increasing. Generally, what we always get is debt in our community. When a person dies without life insurance, how are we going to bury them? Where's the money coming from?
Yeah.
Most people don't have savings, so insurance is a big thing. Jewish people, they do this all the time. They do like 5 to 6 policies on the oldest person in the family because we know you're going to die eventually. But the point of it is, when you die, you can pass on some wealth to the next generation. You know, so I always try to push that on every string I'm on. Talk about generational wealth, getting people in the mindset. Even if you're single, if you say you want to be pro men and help your young boys or your niece, get that life insurance and make them the beneficiary. My uncle, I was fortunate to have my uncle make me the beneficiary out of all his nieces and nephews that were older than me. I was the second youngest to my mother, which is his best, which is his like almost his best friend. That was his niece, but that was his best friend almost. and I was fortunate to have him make me his beneficiary over
Mm,
my older cousins and everyone else in the family, even my grandmother, which is
mm.
his sister.
Wow.
So, you
He
know,
shows you
he
response.
passed that on to me. I buried him and I had a little extra and I actually just put it to the side for the kids, and
Mm,
did something for my twins. But
aw-
that's one thing I want to get people to more focus on. If you're gonna be single, you're still gonna need money. You're still gonna need hospice. You need someone to take care of you. If you're married, you're still gonna have to work together and to create some type of wealth. So that's the biggest thing I try to push. And I'm
yeah,
I'm, I'm
well,
done with that.
you're absolutely right. That's something that Mr. Sosa had to really instill in me because I was very lackadaisical on that issue. But what up, Roland? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm good, man. Just been listening to y'all off and on. Well, I just took my break today. Just y'all was making my teeth hurt loving on each other earlier.
It's time.
No, but it's good to see that, man. It's like it's pretty much a rare thing, and I don't know why. I know why a lot of guys like to shame it, actual marriage, because like attracts like, and they
Yes.
don't like what they see.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I never really viewed it like that, but now that you dropped that bomb right there, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, baby. But, oh man. Hey, baby, Ronan's up in the show.
Hey, Ronan.
This brother right here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
He said he was he was permeating too much with the sweet shit.
Oh, oh, now we get on each other's nerves sometimes too.
Oh
Now
yeah. Yes indeed. Yeah, like I
we didn't
said.
have sweat in and out, Sonny, where we get on each other's nerves. But again, it's
No,
my
it's a great thing.
you
It's like when you have like it's a great thing. Like when you have two people who enjoy each other's company, they learn how to turn a house into a home,
that's it.
and that's what some people don't have the willingness nor the ability to do. Either they haven't been trained to do it, they don't have the initiative to do it, or because of what's required, they're afraid to do
And I think fear is the big piece, man. Fear
it.
of disappointment, fear of rejection, fear of trusting something that you don't know what the outcome is. But one of the wise things my husband told me many years ago is you can't worry about the what ifs. That will get you
Now,
all up. You just got to go in and just do it and be in the now. And listen, we again almost 12 years later, we're still in the now, feeling it and being happy about it. You just got to trust. You got to trust yourself. You got to trust your intuition and just go for it. Why
Yeah,
not?
can't worry about the what ifs, man. That should keep you stagnant,
Real talk.
and you'll be missing your opportunity. But yes, so AB up in here now, man. What up, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
what up?
Mercy.
Hey, it's just good to hear y'all's perspective on this
Oh man.
Damn right.
because it's not it's rare to hear a perspective like this in this space, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's just good to hear it.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying. I mean, I that's the whole reason why I decided to bring wifey into this because y'all have heard it, man. Y'all and even so, you guys have been on more panels, way more. You've been on panels that are familiar with that. She, AB, Ronan, you guys, man. I don't see how you do it. I have a
Uh,
hard time with that.
well, I mean, somebody's got to help navigate the dead dick desert, so we got to
Yeah,
figure something.
yeah. What you call them, Roland? Tender Dick Templars?
tender dick, tender dick Templars, fucking ashy dick acolytes, fucking the K Hive, fucking like the
Oh
nutless
boy.
wonders. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of individuals who either want to marry their dysfunction,
Mhm.
or basically get tired of jacking off, so they want to rent a prostitute
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah. Don't forget the Pander Africans.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah,
oh yeah.
Not
Oh,
that. Now, there's a difference. Not Pan African, Pander Africans. The Umar
Yeah.
Johnson type, pander Africans.
Dr.
Oh my
Oatmeal
God,
Johnson. Yeah, I know what's
Dr.
up.
Oatmeal.
Pander.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
oh God, man. What does Missy say here? We got you made a good point about not allowing someone else to destroy what you've built together. Building
Right.
creates
No.
a deeper level of intimacy. Love
Amen.
this kind of talk. Yes, it's Missy.
Amen.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
I got
it's good that you guys needed us to really start speaking out more because they're actually demonizing actual a functional relationship
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
yeah.
yeah, because I mean they try to basically again they'll find a scapegoat. It's
Mhm.
like, well, it didn't work. I said, look, you got to fix yourself. It's got interpersonal stuff. With a relationship, it takes work. There's too many people who doing relationship time card fraud, and that's fucked up.
Mm.
Uh,
Tell you,
But
man.
you know,
Relationship time card fraud. Oh wow.
Real man.
you know, one of the biggest issues that I say in the ministry, you got a lot of guys who either can't talk to women or the ones who just been hurt, and they want to bring, like, I always call them trauma bonding.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
trauma bond with each other.
that's exactly what.
And then you have the brothers who go over to the sisterhood and cape for the women.
Mm-hmm.
I I call them sister brothers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sister brothers. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, those
Sister
those are the
brother.
guys. Yeah, the sister brothers. Those are the ones that cape for the women and say, "Yeah, these men are bad. What we gonna do about them? Yeah, I got your back, girl. I'm here for you." I'm
Oh
like,
shit.
"Ain't you a man? Like, look down. Look what you got between your legs. Like, stop all that."
Well,
No,
Mm.
there's an empty parking lot, what used to be your nuts.
Yeah, no park zone. No park zone.
Mm. Yeah.
Handicap.
well, I just have to say, like, as the soul lady in this on this panel right now, right? Listen.
Oh
No,
yes.
but no, I think that the bottom line, just coming from a loving space, I think that it is everyone wants connection. There's just some dysfunctional filters that folks have on to get it. And if hurt is sourcing it, or the lack of trust or pain or whatever, that's what we're seeing represented. And so it shows how many people have a dysfunctional lens and where a lot of pain is coming from. And that's why, we, again, the private conversation we have is I need to go ahead and express our individual experience. I think it's important
Mhm.
for us to do that because we need to infuse positivity. And I'm grateful for you guys
Mm-hmm.
stepping into the
Yeah.
space, supporting us in that way, because it's necessary. And I think there is a deficit that is really, really noticeable that I saw, in the years things, it's just too much.
Yeah. Let me address Shaka's comment right quick, man. Because look, as far as contractual marriage,
Mhm.
and I really think that honestly, if I didn't decide to ask my wife to marry me, we'd have this same existence. Um, I chose to do it because it's just something that I was brought up not seeing, and I wanted to accomplish something that I felt in my mind was a goal. It was just something that I had put in my mind that I felt like a noble thing to do, to be married to a woman, to rear children, and boom, that's just my perception. Now, don't get me wrong, non-contractual marriages, I believe, can work too. It's really all about your connection, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about uh, getting it out on the table when you meet somebody, what you intend to live like with this person in your life.
Mm-hmm.
How how you plan on to incorporate them. Excuse me. You don't need a contract to do this. It's this. The contract is your word. You
Yeah,
know.
true.
So don't get me wrong, Nulu. Ain't nobody pressuring, and ain't nobody saying that you doing it wrong at all, brother. You do what works for you because it can work either way as long as you want it to. You
Oh,
know.
absolutely. As I said earlier, for me, I just wanted that stamp on in, and I celebrated my name, and just the really being family like that. Like I said, my brother, my friend, my this is my just so many things encapsulate what this man is. And for me, that moment, and I know for you too, when we actually came to that commitment, man, it just felt just leveled up, and that was just my personal experience of it. And so, and again, it's full choice, because he'll tell you, I'm not one to go for the okie doke. I needed to feel and do this because it made sense to me with this person. And so, we mutually felt that. And that's why we did it. But no pressure to anybody who doesn't agree with that feeling. It's okay.
Yeah, and let's not make Ronan too nauseous here.
Fall back. Let me fall back. No, I just needed to stamp that in.
That's all good. I keep love on layaway till I'm ready.
I'm
still making progress.
I understand that.
All good.
No, you got to watch the stuff nowadays, bro, because
sure.
there are, God, I think I said it a long time ago on Bishop Channel. The Pride Lands are full of hyenas.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Woo.
Yeah,
bro. I've been telling people. People think I probably think I'm kidding. Chicks, I have chicks sending me twerking videos on Facebook and asking for money, and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm confused here.
Yeah.
You're sending me a twerking video for free, and they're gonna ask me to give you some money.
All she doing is shaking her change jar. That's all that is.
And I'm not. Look here, I'm not here to be a hypocrite either. Thanks for the view, but I still ain't giving you no money.
Oh, okay, well,
That's how it is, a nice view. But I'm like, you kind of put yourself in a pigeonhole when you did that.
Yeah.
See, he probably was trying to bait. See, I'm trying to wrap my mind around why would you do that? Why would you send a twerk video and ask for some money? We could see that for free. See,
Yeah.
they probably gonna try to bait you. Well, if you send me some money, I'll take something off and twerk for whatever.
But, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, please, man. But it's sad that there are people out here that do that. They're Prom Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, to each
I'm hearing stories how these Instagram chicks making these rappers giving these Instagram cribs $10,000 to $30,000 at a time, just to date them.
Wow.
And I'm like, why? Most of that stuff is Photoshop. Come on.
That's called inflation. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. No.
Why
are you giving all that money to a chick who's cheaper than a peanut butter sandwich from the Dollar Tree? Stop it.
Ooh.
Stop it.
Ooh. You ain't lying there, man. Oh.
Ronan be brutal with it, boy.
There's just too many individuals who want to give a whole lot of money to their fetish. They're not looking at the woman or vice versa. They're not looking at the dude. One chick is looking for basically unemployment vouchers, and then the dude, he's just looking for some in-house, and some of them are looking for a place to stay too.
Yeah,
it's never beneficial.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are in some different times, y'all. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, man. I guess she went off. Hey, Sheed, if you're out there still listening, brother, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it, man. And we will be looking forward to more of your content. Got to hear some more, and back up on the show next time we do one. But brothers, we're gonna cut it because it's getting a little late, and
all right,
I'm gonna show my woman some attention.
Hey game, hey game,
hey game on, bro.
Hey, bro. God.
Have a good one.
Wonderful. I can't wait to hear our new commercial. He's gonna have something. I think he's making a new commercial that's hot. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all just keep doing your thing. I'm definitely proud of you guys. Just we need to see more of y'all show an example. Piss these niggas off by fucking showing what love is.
Look, man, we was actually low key rolling. I was hoping that we was gonna get somebody to come up on a panel, to be on the panel. That was like, yo, fuck y'all ain't shit. None of that, just some troll that's totally married and all that. I was really hoping for that, but hey, all good.
No, No, you'll get it next time. Like whenever their sex doll puts them on the couch, you'll get a phone call.
Oh man. Yes, sir, man. Ronan,
All
man,
right, y'all take it easy.
safe out there.
Joining
All
us.
right.
All right, y'all. This is the end here of the Ebo Sosa Show's Conversations with Wifey Live. We hope you've enjoyed it, man. You know, Mrs. Sosa here chilling with me, man. This has been fun. Thank you, baby.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing this
Yeah,
with me.
baby. My pleasure.
Yeah, so we got to end this off, of course, the right way with them lips.
Yes.
Mm.
I love you.
I love you too. And we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a blessed evening, morning, or whatever time zone you're in. Love you.
Peace.